What's the hoopla, everyone? It's the award-winning commentator. How are you guys doing? I'm doing well, thank you for asking. And for the ones that did not acknowledge me and ask me how I am doing, then shame on you. You guys have bad manners. That's just something about this generation that's not getting passed down. There's people acknowledging and taking an interest in someone else other than themselves. I cannot tell you how many times I've tried to start a conversation with someone by asking them, how are you doing? How was your day? Something like that, and the conversation easily becomes a one-sided conversation. Is it really that hard to send it back to me by saying, how are you doing? Something like that. That's the life lesson for today, guys. Now to the commentary. Today is a very special commentary. I'm actually going to go back to my first commentary I ever made when it came to YouTube about gamer tags. And I want to know what your gamer tag is and why you chose it. What's the meaning behind it? For me, most of my gamer tags all related to sports. I've had names where I combine my high school with a college team I liked, or just a college team in general. I've also had religious gamer tags with Bible verses and stuff. But I was always on the search for the perfect gamer tag, the one that's 5 or 6 characters long that people want to shout out. You go into matchmaking, people just want to yell your name. You go to MLG event, shoutcasters just want to scream your name, something like that. Always the perfect 5 or 6 character letter. Has to be original. That was the main thing. You have to find an original name. It's very hard to be original. Look at the Greeks. The Greeks were a very high society. They had everything. And look at the Romans. What did the Romans do? They just perfected what the Greeks did. So that's the thing. It's really hard to be innovation. That's something that always scares people when they start YouTube is, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I'm not going to be any different from these other YouTube commentators. I have nothing else to bring. I am doing the exact same thing they are doing. That's the thing. If you can't be creative, you're not the first. You just have to innovate. You have to make it better than what it was. And that's exactly what the Romans did. So it's very hard for me to find the perfect gamer tag. One of my funny gamer tags I used to have was after one of my favorite college sports teams, the Texas Longhorns. So my gamer tag was Longhorn for life. That eventually became a sexual term, so I didn't eventually change that gamer tag. Now the name I had before Hoopla was Primetime, and Primetime was really cool. I was actually watching TV one night and heard some sports announcers say, oh, this guy's really clutch during primetime, and primetime is hours between 8 and 10 o'clock, something like that. I was like, this is a cool gamer tag. Well, it wasn't perfect. It was not original. It was actually more prime times out there. Now, the way I normally got my gamer tags, I actually went to thesaurus.com, and that's a very hard word to say, thesaurus.com. Now, the coolest thing about thesaurus.com is you have synonyms and antonyms on there. Maybe you find a word, something really cool that you like. You can go on there, type it on there, and you'll find a synonym of it. You'll find something that looks exactly the same, and maybe you can combine those words to get a really cool gamer tag. And that was my thought process. I've never made clan names, I've never made gamer tags. That's always what I did. I went to thesaurus.com and trying to figure out the perfect name. I was ended up looking at MLG teams, and one of the MLG teams that caught my eye was a team called Believe the Hype. Now this team was making a big run in the circuit. So I typed the word hype onto thesaurus.com and the word hoopla appeared. I'm like, hoopla, I think I've heard of this before. Now I understood the concept. The word is hype, commotion, hubbubaloo, what's the hoopla, so to say. Let me just tell you guys right now, I did not make my gamer tag off the SpongeBob character that yells hoopla. Hoopla! Hoopla! No, that was not me, guys. To be honest, I never saw the episode of SpongeBob until after I made that gamer tag. Well, the funniest thing is I actually did not think that was a gamer tag for me. I just thought hoopla was a really cool word, but I wasn't sure if it was the right fit or if primetime was a better fit for my gamer tag. Well, as you can see, I changed the name. I made hoopla. Unfortunately, Hoopla was already taken by somebody. He does not have an Xbox account anymore. Xbox people, if you're watching this, please give me that gamer tag. I want it so bad. I'm really sick and tired of having to tell people I have L's in front of my name or I's when it comes to PSN or something like that. But that's how I got my gamer tag. I went to thesaurus.com. Thanks to Believe the Hype, the amazing clan out there, I typed the word hype in, and that's how I got Hoopla. Some of you guys have a cool story like that. Maybe you guys have something like that. I would like to know what your gamer tag means. So if you guys could tell me in the comment section below about it, that'd be amazing. Now we're playing SSX. This is a demo, fantastic game. I'm debating at it right now if I should go rent it. I don't think it's worth the buy. Well, who knows? It's a fun snowboarding game. By far the best snowboarding game on any console, anything like that. It was nice to see they made it. Graphics are fantastic. The jumps are awesome. It's a great game. Now this gamer right now, I'm doing a speed trial. I'm trying to beat KB24MJ23. Who is that guy? Is that Zeus, the commentator likes to drink the juice? As you can see right here, Mr. Zeus, you got passed by Hoopla. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a great day.